All right, inside quarter time, let's bring in JP Morosi, and we say good morning and happy baseball eve to you, JP. How are you?
Outstanding, my friends. Happy baseball eve indeed. I cannot wait for 2025.
So we're going to run through. You have a handful of predictions that you want to discuss here. So let's start with the San Francisco Giants. We know the Dodgers are the heavy favorite to win that division and probably the heavy favorite to win it all. But you say don't sleep on the Giants.
The San Francisco Giants will celebrate the 15th anniversary of D-Rose World Series ring by making it back to the playoffs. They're going to be a wild card team in the National League this year, and not just because I was so impressed by what D-Rose said in the A block. I've been paying attention to this team during the spring. There's Robbie Ray. They bring in Verlander. They've got Logan Webb. Landon Roop wins the fifth starter spot. That just came out news in the last 24 to 48 hours. And D-Rose, the thing that I love about this team is they have a pitching staff that will throw plenty of ground balls. And when you put Adames and Matt Chapman on the left side of your infield, those become a lot of outs. So I love the way this team, I believe, can get more competitive this year. The bullpen, I think, is solid. And very importantly, D-Rose, a lot of pitching depth for them in the minor leagues as well, with Randy Wynn now running the farm system. So a great front office and a great team on the field.
When I was out there, JP, I saw Verlander throw. I sat with Buster and Evan Longoria and watched the game out there. Verlander was sitting 94 to 96, looked motivated. They were raving about him.
And Patrick Bailey, really good behind the plate there.
Yeah. All right, let's flip it to Canada. You got a prediction that Bo Bichette's going to put everybody on notice again, huh?
Bo Bichette will win the American League batting title in 2025. He's going from what was an abysmal year last year from his production and injuries. He looks great this spring. He had a home run earlier in camp against the Astros that is still flying somewhere. Here it is. Still flying somewhere in Florida. Really, really good at-bats from him throughout the spring. Looks great physically. And remember, the top part of that lineup, he'll probably have Vlad batting right behind him and then Santander batting third. A really good situation for him. I also like to look at a player like Bo, who, by the way, twice in the past led the American League in hits. I'm big on looking at runs scored. I think he's going to have a massive runs scored year because he'll be on base a lot as leadoff man with Vlad and Santander behind him. A little bit of talk about who's going to bat cleanup there. It might actually be Andres Jimenez batting cleanup for the Jays as they try to stack as many of their top hitters at the top as they can. But I like this team. I look at the American League East, guys, so many injuries. The Jays have had a pretty healthy spring. They could surprise with Bo winning the American League batting title.
Yeah, no player in the American League had more hits from 2021 to 2023 than Bo Bichette. Let's stay in that division. Let's talk about the Boston Red Sox. And you have a prediction for one of their young players that you think is going to have a breakout season.
Christian Campbell about to make his major league debut, and he will be the American League Rookie of the Year in 2025. He just homered a couple days ago in Monterrey, Mexico during their exhibition series there. Here's a look at it. Really good at-bats. Right center approach there for Campbell. He's playing a really good second base. Alex Cora has talked about, and by the way, look at that ball. It just keeps going to center field. That is carrying power for Christian Campbell. And Cora has talked about how well he's turning the double play at the Keystone. He is someone who is such an athlete. He can play all around the diamond. By the way, he starred for Coach Danny Hall at Georgia Tech there in the great city of Atlanta, Georgia. And I think in a lot of ways, D-Row, if he ends up batting in the middle of the lineup, which is likely for the Red Sox, I think he'll get a lot of opportunities to drive in runs. He's batting sixth, maybe even seventh. I look for that lineup to be really productive with the addition of Bregman. I love what you said about him in the A block about what Bregman's going to do for the lineup.
Yeah.
And the more opportunities, the more base runners will give Christian Campbell more chances to shine. So the former Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, he'll win the American League Rookie of the Year in 2025.
I'm with you. I'm bullish on the Red Sox.
Me too.
Not only Christian Campbell, you're going to see Roman Anthony come up. If Trevor Story's healthy, I think they're going to have
acknowledge Roman Anthony.
Yes.
Acknowledge him.
They're going to have a really good year.
Yeah.
Okay. AL West.
So, D-Row,
are you going for the banana in the tailpipe again?
So here we go. As you know, this is a bit of an inside joke on the show. Close watchers of the last decade will know Morosi always picks the Mariners. This is either good news or bad news for my friends in Seattle. I'm picking them again, baby. Here we go. The Seattle Mariners are going to win. This time for real, everybody. This time it's for real. The Mariners will win the American League West. Now, listen, the news yesterday, Jeff Passan had the report first. Cal Raleigh with the extension. Yes. That's really important news. Julio Rodriguez is their most outstanding player. I think in a lot of ways, Cal Raleigh is their most indispensable. He is the guy, it's a hard staff to catch with big-time stuff, and Raleigh is this Jason Varitek type switch-hitting catcher who's the heart and soul of the team, and I really do believe that Julio's going to have a big year. He's only in his age 24 season, D-Row and Roflo, and you look at the MLB pipeline rankings of the top prospects, there are some people that we consider to be prospects who are the same age as Julio Rodriguez, and he's entering year 4. So you look at what this team can do. I think J.P. Crawford's going to have a bounce-back year. I look at Arozarena for a full year, Victor Robles for a full year, and this team with the likes of Emerson and Ford in the minor leagues, they've got some talent that is still coming. And by the way, they made a tough decision. Mitch Haniger was released in the last couple of days.
JP.
Because Rowdy Tellez is going to be able to make an impact. I think that this team, and by the way, Polanco has had a healthy spring after surgery last year. Yeah. Love their pitching. The Mariners, I'm staying with them, my friends. At some point in this decade or the next one, I'm going to be right. And I think it's 2025.
I mean, if you keep picking them, yes, eventually you will be right. So, hey, JP, great stuff as always. Happy Baseball Eve. We'll chat with you very soon. Thanks a lot.
Sounds great, guys. All the best. Can't wait for this season. Thank you.